Hi, everybody. Today we're going to talk about making your energy levels work for you. And I think all people with chronic illness have varying energy levels. But since all my work and research has been done on me, I don't, I have to give that disclaimer. This works for me. I hope it works for you. Now, I also have a disease where unreliable energy is kind of a main part of the disease. So that's why I've done a lot of work on that because it makes life really difficult. But I'm pretty sure that all chronically ill people have varying energy levels. And rather than having those kind of take over and control your life, I was trying to find a way to at least identify them because they don't come in sequence. These kind of energy levels are more like weather. Like you wake up and it's raining, you wake up and you're in an energy level. So it's not predictable, but it does repeat itself. And I have probably 9 different energy levels that I've identified, but I'm just going to talk about 3 today because I don't want to put so much detail in this if it's not applicable. Um, so, and I don't want to confuse anybody because these energy levels I'm talking about can happen in real life when you're not sick. But the difference is they have an external cause, like you wake up feeling exhausted because you worked really hard the day before. Chronic illness energy levels are different. You wake up exhausted and you don't know why. There's no logical reason why. So that's the first thing. So I think the 3 that I'm going to talk about are pretty universal. Please let me know in the comments. So the first one, I used to use cheeseburger.com a lot, and it's a different kind of site now, but back when I used it, it was people sending in pictures of animals with funny captions, which I just really liked. And so I was looking through these one day, and there was this picture of this little tiny, pathetic looking, exhausted, sad kitten, and it's leaning in a corner. And the caption is, just go on without me. Excuse me. That is definitely an energy level. When you wake up like that, you're not going to be doing anything for the day. So, and I was using the phrase power and control, like it gives you power and control over your life back. And I don't want to get that confused with stuff that's imposed on you from externals. This is actions you are taking to empower yourself. And the first step to control is being able to identify so that when you wake up with just go on without me, cancel everything, don't cook, don't try to read a recipe, don't do anything. Just enjoy a screen and go through the day that way. And that the way that gives you control is it avoids unpleasant outcomes if you go against those energy levels. And this one you pretty much can't go against, but I think it helps to recognize this is what this is. It's going to pass. I'm just going to relax and let go of all my cares and worries and wait for this to blow on through. The second one I wanted to talk about is wait, what? That's when you wake up with brain fog. You can't understand what people are saying. You send texts to the wrong people. You can't follow conversations. You say the wrong words. Um, you're just literally in a fog. And so when you have that energy level going on, it's a good idea to not try to do anything that requires your brain to focus because it's not going to happen in my experience. So again, you get that control back by saying, okay, this is where I am. This is how I'm going to spend the day. And then when we get through this, we can go back to all the things we had to put off today. The third one is cartoon time. And it is literally named after cartoons because cartoon characters are always running into walls, falling down, getting exploded. And the problem with cartoon time is that your brain is ready and wants to do things and is just very almost hyperactive while your body is at a completely different level. And it's a very weird feeling. And you mostly don't even realize it until you start to see it and start to see that there's such a difference. Like if you ever seen dogs running zoomies, that's what your brain is doing, while your body is just like, I'm not there. So in order to deal with this level, you're very accident prone at this level. You run into things, you drop things, it's just it can really be almost it can be dangerous. I twisted my ankle really horribly one time because I was zooming over that curb and my foot wasn't with me. So for this level, I have my imaginary police officer, only he's driving down a street with that loudspeaker on, and it's saying slow down because that is what you have to do to get through this successfully. And I find the best way to slow down is to focus on something external. Like I like to have big windows and I like to watch the birds flying, or if you can sit outside and just sort of enjoy the weather, that's a good way to sort of help your two energy sides get back to normal. And again, it avoids some really unpleasant outcomes. So I hope this will be helpful to you. This is a little bit of an experiment, so I'd appreciate it if you leave in the comments if you've noticed this and if you have another kind of energy level or just your thoughts in general on this. And as always, it's such a pleasure to be here and to talk with you. We'll see you next time. Bye. Bye, everybody.